And welcome back for some more Minecraft Magic Farm 2. Between last episode and now, I have finished up the mana bean farm. I surrounded it all with silverwood logs, and I went 3 high. I actually had the top row planted as well, but had some problems with that. The harvester can get to the top row. Hey, there's an extra one right there. Cool. The harvester can get to the top row and can break it just fine. But sometimes the mana beans get stuck up on top of the second row, and the gatherer can't seem to get up there and get them, so he kind of gets stuck. So I had to take that down and just go with the 2 rows, but I think that's working fine. Yeah, they're doing good now. It's not super fast, so I might look into that lamp of growth at some point, but we are getting a good amount, right? So the nice thing about filing cabinet is it puts everything in order for you. So here's air, alienus, aqua, etc. You can see I've only got a single one of a few of them, and I'm getting up, into half a dozen or so over the others. So again, not super fast, but it's doing all right. And if I wanted it faster, I could do the lamp of growth to get going. I was also going to mention I'm very sure that these guys really didn't need the Vism upgrade or the water upgrade. It lets them see things further, but doing it this way, they only have to go about 3 or 4 blocks, and they really don't need that upgrade, so you can skip that if you want. Oh, there's one. Go get it, guy. Get it. No extra beam that time. Alright, but he does need the order upgrade so he replants. Otherwise, he'll just harvest it, and he won't replant it, and that's not good. When I was setting up, the gatherer guy was over here like trying to walk through this, and I was like, what is he doing? A zombie had died over here, and there was a piece of rotten flesh here. And he was trying to get way over there. So, yeah. He obviously did not need the Vism upgrade if he's seeing stuff that far away. But anyway, so the other thing I wanted to mention here is these guys have a lot of pathing problems. So if they have to go in and around different stuff to get to the beans or get to what they're trying to get to, go get it. They will kind of get lost a little bit. So I like this because they're in the middle, there's no pathing problems. He just has to walk, there you go, another bean. He just has to walk out to the edge, walk right back to the middle, and there's nothing to get in the way. So anyway, there you go. There's my little mana bean farm, and we'll upgrade that, I think, a little later. These darn headphones are always giving me troubles. Okay, so that's good. For now, what I wanted to do is do something about this axe of the stream and my goggles and other stuff that's breaking. I want a way to repair this stuff. And I'm not sure if this is going to be a good idea or a bad idea. But Thaumic Tinker adds this thing called a Thaumic Restorer. I have not tried it yet, but I wanted to build it and give it a shot. It's not simple. It's an arcane infusion recipe. It takes 8 different items plus a block of thaumium, which takes 9 thaumium in the middle. It takes some fabrico, some instrumentum, some ordo, and some magic, and it has very high instability. So, yeah, it's going to be a little tough to make. I found out, I almost said no, and just was going to do something else. And then I found out we can make iron shovels in this pack, at least at this point with this config. And these have 3 instrumentum on them each, which is pretty good compared to everything else. You can do flint at 1 each, you can do, there was something else at 1 each. But, yeah. I think this with 3 instrumentum each might make it worthwhile. So let me put one more piece of coal in here. And we'll get these guys cooked up to get our instrumentum. And this thing, once we make it, actually runs on ordo, fabrico, or instrumentum, where instrumentum is the most effective. So my concern is, if I've got to repair, 1,500 points of damage here, am I going to need 1,500 instrumentum? I really hope not. If I do, this may be kind of really pointless. but let's hope not. Alright, so I need to make a thaumium block, and I already have some enchanted fabric. I don't think I showed that on camera, but it's just string around wool, and then you do it in the arcane workbench with a wand, and just 1 point of each of the primals. So real easy to make. And we're going to need that for something else here in a few minutes too. Oops, I guess I didn't time that very well, did I? Alright, well, let's sleep quickly. Again, I just don't want any nasty stuff spawning up and teleporting into the house and giving us trouble like that Enderman did that one time. It's always, because of him, I'm never going to want to sit around here at night again. Okay, so we need to make a bunch of thaumium. And to do that, you need 4 magic and an iron ingot, and out pops a thaumium. So the files can hold 8, double that, so double that. So every file gets 2 ingots, right? So I've got 5 files and 10 ingots, and that should make us 10 thaumium, which should be just enough for us. So let's throw the magic in, and throw the iron in, and here we go, because I had 1 thaumium already in my pack. Alright, good. So that's all good. Now I need to make the thaumium block. Oh, did it? Oh, oops. Yeah, there's still a little bit there. And the thaumium block goes in the middle. And over here we need to put, here we go, put a thaumium and an iron ingot. So I did a bunch of setup off camera, obviously, here. Let's just check it. Okay, so we need thaumium, iron, and gold. We just put the thaumium and iron down. The gold is, oh, yes, right there. And diamond, cobblestone, oak wood, leather, enchanted fabric. Okay, leather, diamond, oak wood, cobblestone, and enchanted fabric. And we need 20 Fabrico, 15 Instrumentum. I got tons of order. Well, I just used a bunch of magic. Let's make sure I still got 15 magic. So 20, hello, 20 Fabrico. Where'd my Fabrico end up? Well, there's the Instrumentum. Here we go. 24 Fabrico. So we got enough of that. 23 magic, so that's okay. But I am going to need more magic, so let's just throw in some silver wood to cook up while we're doing this. And again, it's just conserving coal, but this is going to fill up a lot faster than it'll drain out, and it's just going to burn extra coal if there's nowhere for it to go. Okay, so this is a very high instability recipe. Now, if somebody did their math right, and somebody looked at the code apparently to figure this out, you need 90 stabilizers to fully stabilize even the dangerous ones. I counted this out, and it's 9 by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 by 9. So that's 81, except we don't have one in the middle, so that's 80. And then on the roof, we have another 8 niter and 8 nodes that are all centered. So that should be completely stable, I hope. Oh, and there's 1 niter here. So I went, and actually turns out, hello. Yeah, I killed a creeper with a wand, and it dropped a statue. And since I killed it with the shock wand, it was a lightning creeper. That was pretty fun. So anyway, the opposite of that niter under the crucible is actually right here. So I did put a niter there to balance that out, because that will affect it, and that will actually reduce the stability if it's not balanced out. So let us give this a try. We have all the things in case something does fall off. Hopefully we're fully stable now, but I wouldn't count on it. And boy, I'm not going to be able to see all the pieces here, am I? Okay, let's give it a try and see what happens. Alright, here we go. Instrumentum. smallest thing I can. There, that's good. Fabrico. Ordo, sorry. And the magic. Okay, now let's start sucking in all the different things. Goes the iron, gold, the diamond, cobblestone, wood, leather. Oh, I like this. I've never had a stable infusion altar before, let alone one that'll do very high and dangerous level stuff stably. So thank you to the random Reddit guy that I didn't take a name down on, who actually looked at the code and figured out what affects it and what doesn't affect it, how many different things you need, and how tall it can be. So yeah, I guess just off the top of my head, what I read was things that affect it can be plus or minus 12 in the X and Z. So up to 12 away in a horizontal plane, up to 5 away from this runic matrix down in Y. So there's a blank, so that's 1, 2, 3, and then my stuff is down at 4, and then the floor is at 5. So I think you could actually have it 1 lower, but I don't know, maybe not. And then 10 above, so you can go all the way up 10 above, and that means all of those nodes, all those nodes and the niter up there will affect it as well. So it's pretty large range, and you want to keep an eye on if you use niter for lighting and stuff. You're going to want to make sure to balance that out. And since my room is actually not quite centered, we got 2 oak wood on this side, or spruce? Oak. 2 oak on that side and 3 on this side. I decided not to go with niter for lighting because it would be unbalanced and it would cause all sorts of problems. And we don't want that. Okay, so crafting that took a bit of setup, but it wasn't too bad. I'm not sure. Well, okay, so this guy is going to suck up all the ordo in the system as the least effective, and it's the least effective, so I don't want to do that yet. Let's just do some testing here. Let's give it some instrumentum, and it's going to take some, let me get all things back in the right place here. Yeah, that's fine. It's going to take some of these, so let me grab 2 of those. Okay, and we've got 12 instrumentum in here. Let's take the Axis Stream and right click it. Okay, so hang on. Axis Stream has 16 durability and this has 12 in it. And if we right click this, okay, it's got 1484. That does not appear to be connecting somehow. Okay, what am I doing wrong? It says here, by right-clicking the block and hooking it to essentia tubes, it'll gather essentia. Okay, so that's essentia tubes. Let's see. Okay, right-click to get it out. Good. Maybe it wants to be on above instead of below? No, that doesn't look right either. But on the side. Doesn't really look like it's connected. Do I need to click on it with a tube? No. Well, how the heck do we connect this with essentia tubes? Oops. We're breaking through the wall. Well, this is a little confusing. So obviously that connects, but this tube does not appear to connect to this. Oh, there we go. We have to connect it to this little doodad. Okay, so if I change the direction, then this should connect right there. Alright, cool. Alright, let's give it a try. So, yes, it seems to have pulled one in now. That's good. And again, 16 here, there was 12 in there. There it goes. Oh, yep, that's definitely more than one per. Okay. 112. So roughly 100, just under 100 damage repaired out of those 12 instrumentum. So, yeah, it might be worth it. Alright. Boy, this axe, or pickaxe is really fast now. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to replace this with a chest. And did it get that? Yes. Let me put a chest on there. Let's make a few shovels and fill that guy up. We don't want that. Do I have a chest? Yes. And these are 3 each, so yeah, a bunch. So the good news is all it takes is sticks and 1 piece of iron, and we've got lots of iron, and sticks are pretty darn easy to come by, so this is fairly efficient, I would say. What am I doing here? Shovel. And I used up all my sticks. Sorry, put all my sticks in here is what I did. Oops. Get a half a stack for myself. Alright, so we're going to put a bunch of shovels in here and get a bunch more instrumentum cooked up, as well as a few more silverwood logs. Oh, I should. I was going to say, maybe I should throw the aluminium in there. Alright, here we go. Control Shift and left click, bam, all of them go in. And then they're going down to the hopper, and then they'll get into there. Alright, so we'll give that a little bit of time to, you know, cook up. The only other thing I really wanted to know is, will this thing work on other things besides just tools? Because it says right click with a tool. Aha, good. So it does look like it'll work on the armor as well. I'm pretty sure it's not going to work on like a Tinker's Construct thing. Right, no. Because it doesn't use vanilla damage values. That's got a whole different way of calculating damage. But that's cool. So that means I should be able to repair the goggles and, you know, vanilla armor, my thermostatic harness, and my axle stream, and all that stuff. So that's good. Now, automating this and making, you know, I don't want to keep manually making shovels and cooking them up one at a time through the hopper. Yeah, and you know, again, we're filling up the purple bar too fast because it's got all the other junk in it that we don't need. Speaking of which, let's get rid of some of this extra arbor because we got lots of arbor here. That comes out of so many different things as I'm cooking them up. So yeah, if I'm going to use this thing for real, I'm going to have to think a little bit about how to automate it a bit. But this is pretty cool. It's a neat little device. It's definitely better than I was concerned. I thought maybe it would be like 1 point per instrumentum. And then you'd have to cook up, you know, whatever, 500 shovels to get your 1,500 points back just on the actual stream. And I thought that's probably not very helpful. But definitely looks like it's a bit better than that. So, let me cook up a few things here. I'll do a few repairs off camera. Maybe think a little bit about how to automate this. Or maybe I'll save that for later. Either way. Anyway, I'm going to take a break for now, and Boy, it looks like we're pretty close to the end of an episode. I'll see if I can find a little more something to tack on at the end. Alright, back for just a couple more minutes here on this episode, and yeah, I was just thinking, you know what might work out well is this filtered essentia tube. I actually haven't used it yet, but if I could tell this only to let, what's it called? Instrumentum through, then I can hook up the restorer to the main network and not have to worry about it sucking out all the ordo and, well, I guess Fabrico, but whatever. Alright, so I need a few more essentia tubes because I'm out, and I've been needing to make these anyway, so here we go. Simple recipe, and we'll just make up another set of those. That's good. For the filtered one now, I need to do a filter plus a tube, and the filter is just 2 gold ingots and a silverwood log in the arcane work table. A little bit of order and water out of the wand, and we get this guy. So now we just put that and that in there, and I get a filtered essentia tube. So I haven't checked this out yet, but let's take a look and see what that'll do. Just trying to find a good spot for it. I don't know. I don't really want to put it up on the wall there. I think I'll just put it here for the moment. Sure, why not? I'm not really using this crafting bench anyway. Maybe we'll just get rid of that. Okay, so let's grab this one back, grab you, and I'm going to need a temporary block so that I can place this guy this direction so that it will connect. And yeah, it's in front of the window, but it's also clear, so I don't know, whatever. Alright, so let's right click. No. Shift right click? No. What do we have to do? Let's grab a vial, whatever you call these, of instrumentum. Oh, except I used up all the instrumentum. Okay. So yeah, this isn't obvious to me what we should do here. So either I need to label it, or maybe I need to give it a file. Well, you know what? Why don't I read the Thaumic? Okay, work like normal except when possible. It is possible to mark them with labels. When marked, they will restrict essentia flow. Got it. Oh, I hope this isn't... Oh, really? So I hope it's not sucking out all the ordo. Well, it's not repairing anything, so I guess it's not doing that yet. But if I were to throw something in there, it would suck out all the ordo. We don't want that. So let me grab this label for now. I guess this just needs some more coal. And that should get us a bit more instrumentum. I've got one extra warded jar. Let's put that up. There we go. Plunk. Alright, so where's my instrumentum? So to make a label with an actual... I mean, if you put it on something that already has something in there, it kind of temporarily assigns it. But, where's the instrumentum? But as soon as you take it off, it's just a blank label again. So to make a label, what we need is some instrumentum. Oh, are you sucking it up? You might... Jeez. That thing is really fast and breaking stuff left and right with it. Okay, so maybe the Thaumic Restorer was pulling it in. Here we go. So we're getting some Fabrico. Where am I getting Fabrico from? Maybe it's refunded from what was in there? I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so anyway, point is, I need to get one of these because it's got the instrumentum in it, and then the jar label, and now I can get a label for instrumentum. and I keep the file. So now I can put the instrument back, and I can throw, well, if I had the two, where is it? Here it is. I can throw on a label. Alright, cool. So now this is only going to allow instrumentum through, and I can cook up whatever I want over here. All the excess will go into the system, and only the instrumentum will come over here and be used to repair my items. That's cool. Pretty basic setup for now, but just trying to get it figured out a little bit, figure out a good way to do this. So that's alright. I'll, like I said, I'm going to cook up a bunch more stuff here, and probably make a couple alimentum to make this go faster, and then at least get that axe fairly repaired, and that'll be good. So that is for sure end of an episode, and hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next time, and see you then. Thanks for watching.